Hi, I'm Dylan Little with the Mid-Continent Public Library, and welcome to the 2020 Veteran Salute Digital Commemoration. In December of 2019, the Veteran Salute Planning Committee committed to honoring the 70th anniversary of the start of the Korean War.
They've been involved in the program a lot longer than I've been around. The Korean War Veterans Association, they really were the core group.
Right.
And everything else was kind of built off of them.
Their whole organization supported this event. Not that everybody else didn't, but they were such a huge voice in helping us.
We hope that you will join us as we turn our attention to the stories of a handful of Kansas City area Korean War veterans as they share their experiences in the service.
When I'm finished with basic, I was called in for an interview. Oh, we're going to send you to Europe. You're going to be a locomotive engineer.
Was your education at Seton Hall engineering based?
Business management. After they told me that they're going to train me to be a locomotive engineer, but 2 days later they called me back in for another interview. What am I going to do there? You're going to be an airplane mechanic. Okay. That's what my aptitude test showed, that I could do mechanical things. I got on the phone. Hey, Gilda, guess what? They didn't tell you very much. And you know, you gotta put yourself back in that time. There was no internet. There was no smartphone. You know, whatever, your orders were pasted on a billboard right outside the barracks, sometimes in the barracks. Everybody's orders were there. You know, you went every day and you looked, you know, oh, there I am.
And when we got our orders, the schools that I put in for, they were all full, but radio school's open. I signed up, the orders came, they said Keesler Air Force Base, and they set it up in a couple of big old hangars. You start out learning the code, writing it with your pencil, and you're taking typing lessons. And when you get up to about 14 words a minute copying with a pencil, you're proficient enough on the typewriter that you switch over. But here's the mistake they made. All the code we receive is off of a tape. There's no static, you know.
Right.
We get online, I got overseas, got over there in Japan, and you guys got the fists. You got to back up to about 5 words a minute till you learn how to, everybody's got their own way of doing it.
Right.
And you've been spoiled with this just clear as can be.
Clear as a whistle.
And just, you know, it's just rattling right off.
Earlier you mentioned that you were a combat engineer.
Yeah, I've been a...
So were you working some in Germany and then went to Korea at a certain point, or working?
That's not the way it worked. See, my career, I was an athlete. I used to run track in Fort Riley. I got to be the athletic director in the company.
You must have seen so many different athletes. Did any of the people that you competed against go on to play professional sports?
I don't know if you know Wilma Rudolph, heard of her. She was running the 100-yard dash as a woman. But Ralph Boston came down on the base to do an expedition. You know, they said, Ralph Boston here at Cheatham, you better go down there and see. You're a track star, go down and see what you can do. So what happened, he was the Olympic champion. He jumped 26 feet. When I went down there and jumped with him, I jumped 22 feet.
So world-class athletes, running into world-class athletes in your time in the service.
Well, they cut the orders from Fort Benning, Georgia. We were all airborne qualified, which was jump school. Out of the 300 and some odd graduates that went with us, I think 240 of us went straight to the infantry. It was a combination bus ride, train ride, and they processed us, put us on a boat, and away we went.